We've already shown, with clear evidence, that the Quran does not confirm the Bible. Instead, it confirms a specific revelation, the Injil or Gospel given to Jesus. The Quran speaks of one gospel, not many. And the Bible, even with all its later additions, admits that Jesus was preaching a gospel. But ask yourself, is the gospel Jesus preached the same book Christians hold today and call the Bible? Where is that original gospel? Was Jesus preaching according to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? These questions matter because the Bible itself proves that Jesus was not preaching the Bible. Instead, it shows that he was preaching something else, something closer to what the Quran describes. Let's compare. Quran 5:46. We gave him the gospel. Not gospels. One revelation. Mark 1 verse 14. Jesus came preaching the gospel of God. Again, not four gospels, just one message from God. So both texts, Quran and Bible, speak of a single divine message given to Jesus. Not a biography, not four accounts, not a book about Jesus, a book from God. Now here's where it gets interesting. If any Christian or apologist says that the gospel in Mark 1 verse 14 refers to the entire Bible, then they're saying Jesus preached everything in the Bible. That would mean Jesus preached about his own crucifixion, his resurrection after 3 days, his two different genealogies, and even his meeting with Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Would Jesus really say, I will die on a cross, I will rise in 3 days, I will be betrayed by Judas, and then appear to my disciples, and be written about in 4 different books? Would he really preach, I, Jesus, have 2 genealogies, one from Solomon, one from Nathan. They're different, but don't worry about that? This kind of reasoning doesn't just raise questions, it leads to contradictions. If Jesus preached about himself, then why does he say, it is finished? And also, my God, why have you forsaken me? These aren't just poetic phrases. They show conflicting messages. And if Jesus died, as claimed, who preached that he rose again? Surely not Jesus, because he was dead. That means someone else made that claim, not the man who supposedly said it. Now Christians say, the Bible was written by the disciples, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They wrote what Jesus preached. But hold on. If Jesus was preaching the gospel about himself, why is Matthew writing? Jesus came and saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax booth. Was Jesus narrating his own meeting with Matthew while Matthew wrote it down? That makes no sense. The truth is clear. Jesus wasn't preaching about his own life. He was delivering a divine message. That message, the real Injil, is what the Quran confirms, not the Bible. So how can anyone say the Quran confirms the Bible when the Quran never even mentions the word Bible?